Hello and welcome to our presentation about the integration of spirituality and therapy by Natalie Davis and Marche Williams. For our introduction, this PowerPoint presentation has been designed to offer the reader with information regarding the integration of spirituality and therapy. The mission is to determine if spirituality is preferred in therapy and its effects on college students when facing adversity. So for our steps in research, we wanted to obviously go through these steps: identifying the problem, reviewing the literature, clarifying the problem, clearly define terms and concepts, define the population, develop the instrumentation plan, collect data, and analyze data. For our research question, we were curious the effects of integration of spirituality on college students when faced with adversity. For our literature review, we pulled from a few different ones. What role do religion and spirituality play in mental health by Kenneth L. Pergament, PhD. His focus in this article was truly about religion specifically and therapy. So the forms of meditation and mindfulness may be related to spirituality, but he was actually kind of putting in that he felt like religion actually had a lot to offer on its own and that it was separate from concepts of spirituality. For some people, I think he was really leaning towards the kind of organized religion and its benefits in therapy. Our next literature review was Spirituality in Clinical Practice by Anna Miller, and this basically was developed because many clients were coming in with a religious background or a spiritual background, and they really expected their therapist to be aware and competent. And so this article is actually explaining how every few months they release articles to help therapists stay up to date on religion and spirituality methods that their clients may be interested in talking about in therapy. The next part is Religion and Spirituality in the Treatment Room by Karen Kirstings, and she's referring to William Hathaway, who wrote, "Just being sensitive to a possible role of religion in a client's life can broaden your evaluation and provide different solutions. Being able to help a person connect with the variable spirituality in their lives can be beneficial and important therapeutic accommodation." So his point is just that we need to be sensitive to the fact that there may be people who are interested in addressing spirituality in therapy. So to clarify the problem, our main focus of this study is to determine if college students would prefer to discuss spirituality in therapy, or if it has anything to do with the way that they face their current issues in their life. And I do kind of want to read this word for word. So according to Jane Dyson, Mark Cobb, and Don Foreman, self, others, and God provide the key elements within the definition of spirituality, and that other emerging themes, namely meaning, hope, relatedness, connectedness, belief systems, and expressions of spirituality, can be articulated in the context of those three key elements. In particular, it is proposed that the nature of God may take many forms, and essentially is whatever an individual takes to be of the highest value in his or her life. So that was really what we based defining spirituality on. So for our population, we had 16 college students from the Masters of Psychology MFT program here at Brandman University. Typically, on average, only 33% of people invited to participate in surveys actually do them, and we were lucky enough to have 100% participation. So for us, that was 16 students here at Brandman that answered our survey, which was 15 questions. And we use surveys as our instrumentation plan to collect data. To analyze data, Marche was awesome and used a lot of graphing methods to analyze the data that we have from our surveys.
Hi, I am Marche, and I will be going through the results of our survey. Question 1. During stressful situations, do you turn to spirituality? 62.5% of the participants responded that they sometimes turn to spirituality during stressful times, while 31.3% always turn to spirituality during stressful times. How do you express your spirituality in your daily life? Because this was an open-ended question, we used the qualitative research method. 15 classmates responded to this question. 8 out of 15 responded as engaging in prayer throughout their daily lives to express their spirituality. What does spirituality mean to you? From our coding analysis, we were able to determine that the most common theme of answers from our respondents are that they view spirituality as having a connection with God. It can come in different forms such as faith, following, and honoring God. Do you subscribe to any of the following religions? 57.1% responded that they subscribed to Christianity as their primary religion. One person chose agnosticism, and the remaining 35.7%, chose other. Would you like to explore religion and/or spirituality in therapy? 5, the majority at 31.3%, decided that they would like to explore spirituality in therapy, but only when they're ready. 4, which was the 25%, chose yes, that spirituality was an important part of therapy, while the remaining 50% chose no, that they were not sure. Does spirituality always include religion? 75% chose that spirituality does not always include religion, while the other 25% answered yes. If you are a spiritual person, what are the techniques you use? The majority of the participants responded that they sometimes use mindfulness as a spiritual technique. The majority of participants responded that they sometimes use somatic techniques as a spiritual technique. 8 participants responded that they utilized prayer as a spiritual technique every day, and 5 respondents utilized qualities of the mind, heart every day. Do you feel that spirituality plays a vital role in your purpose in life? In a ranking system, 50% of the respondents agreed that spirituality plays a vital role in their purpose in life. The other 50% feel that it is less important when it comes to their purpose in life. Do you believe that spirituality has a direct relation to going to heaven or hell? More than 66% of the participants feel that spirituality has no effect on going to heaven or hell, while the remaining 33.3% feel that it does. How likely are you to encourage someone to be more spiritual? On a Likert scale, the majority of the respondents replied with a 5 on a scale from 1 less likely to 7 very likely to encourage someone to be more spiritual. How important is spiritual growth to you? Also on a Likert scale, where 1 equals not at all important and 5 extremely important, 9 responded as spiritual growth being extremely important. 6.3% responded that spiritual growth is not at all important. What do you feel influences spiritual growth more? Karma, implementing the golden rule, or living a healthier lifestyle? 56.3% of the respondents feel that implementing the golden rule as being the biggest influence of spiritual growth. The remaining 43.8% responded that living a healthier lifestyle influences spiritual growth. We asked that the respondents choose the statements that relate to them most. 7 participants strongly agreed that they have no desire to judge or criticize others. 4 agreed, and 4 neither agreed nor disagreed. 7 participants agreed that they love without expecting to be loved in return, while 6 strongly agree and 3 neither agree nor disagree. 1 disagreed. 4 participants strongly agreed that they trust that life provides wisdom, while 7 agree, 2 neither agree nor disagree, and 1 strongly disagreed. 6 participants decided that they have no interest in being who other people think they are or should be. An equal amount neither agree nor disagree, and 1 person disagreed. A person who is highly spiritual. 5 respondents strongly agree, or neither disagree nor agree that they see themselves as a spiritual being having a human experience. 1 disagreed. 5 respondents neither agreed nor disagreed that they no longer look outside of themselves for fulfillment. 8 strongly agreed, and 1 strongly disagreed. 7 responded that they agreed that they embrace all that comes their way with thankfulness. 5 strongly agreed, and 3 neither agreed nor disagreed, and 1 disagreed. Conclusion. Our findings suggest that the majority of college students attending Brandman University Research and Bibliographic Methods course do turn to spirituality in times of adversity. However, our results were inconclusive to the fact that integration of spirituality would be a direct effect. Please view our reference list, and we thank you so much for the participants and for listening to our research study.